Well, hello, everybody. My name is Benjamin Nowak, and this is the Smallmouth Experience. And I'm going to take you guys back to a trip I took last fall with my good buddy, Dirty Dirds, Nathan Durdowski. And there are days where you guys look at the weather and you say to yourselves, today we should absolutely smash them. The conditions line up. Everything looks perfect. You know where the fish are located, and that's what happened in today's video. We absolutely smashed them. So if you guys like to see bunches of giant smallmouth catches, stay tuned. You won't be disappointed.
Staring at those city lights. Had some ugly days to get some pretty nights. Cut some people off, dreams take a sacrifice. Yeah, they wanna make it, but can never pay the price.
So this was one of those days where Nathan and I both knew that we could go out and smash a giant bag of fish. We knew where the fish were at. I had just caught them with Josh, which if you guys want to check that video out, I break this spot down really well. I'll leave it linked up here in the corner for you guys. But it was a day where we knew we could absolutely smash fish. And this happens when you spend a lot of time on a body of water. You can look at conditions, you can look at time of year, and you should know where the fish are at based on what is going on in the environment around you. As soon as we got to the spot where we knew those fish were at, immediately we started catching them.
Because basically what this is sand with that scattered rock. Like this is what we were this is very, 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 very similar to what we were fishing in. What is dirt? Jesus. Yeah, I told you they rip it out of your hands when they hit it.
Feels better, man. She's digging. That's a bit of fish. She throttled it.
Got one. There it goes, dude. Here it goes. First just cast.
Fired up.
Yeah. It's like right here. Dude, they're not very far out away from the boat. My bait was only maybe 30 feet out, 40 feet out.
No, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Whew! Heck yeah, dude. Mm-hmm. Yours was big too, man. I think we didn't realize that.
No, that one's definitely bigger. That's a big one.
Oh God, I got racked. I
wonder too if it's
oh,
like, oh my God.
Yeah, that might be big.
I know.
The head shakes are really wide. Well, all the ones that I'm catching that are missing it, the bigger ones, they come back and get it when it's like just setting still. How do people know fish don't, ouch, fish don't have pain receptors?
What?
In the fall for me, between making blades, giving people blades, fishing blades, I go through about 100 treble hooks. We're gonna try to find these fish on a little bit different area. Hopefully we'll locate them. And if we don't, we'll go back to the juice hole. But for now, stay tuned. There's gonna be a lot of fish catches in this video.
That's what grows giant smallmouth, in case you were wondering.
Mega giant smallmouth. Yeah, I don't know. He's fighting big.
Hold on. Let me just handle this up a little more.
No, he's small. Woo! That's a good one. Look at how fat that fish is.
Yeah, that's a big one, dude.
That's a big one. That's like an actual 4, guys. Not like that last one I called it for him was 2.5. Oh, that's so fat. I don't think he's actually 4.
Oh no, that's like a 3.
He's he's fat. 0. 3.44. So let me say that one more time. 344. Thanks, fish.
So one of the ways that we were catching these fish, and one of my favorite ways to fish in really cold water, is fishing a blade bait. Now this is a homemade blade bait. It's a do-it-molds blade, but I painted it white with a little bit of blue flake in it. It really imitates a lot of the bait fish that we're fishing around. They have a little bit of a blue tint. But really in the fall, it's a great way to thoroughly fish an area. When you know fish are located on a certain spot or a certain area, you can fish this bait really slowly along the bottom and get those fish to trigger.
Maybe not. I don't know, his head shaking like he's... God, that just feels like there's a lot of weight, though. His head shaking like he's little.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah, Live from downtown Detroit.
Good work. God, that's fat, dude.
Thick one.
No pressure, bud. Oh, came off. I'm gonna catch another one. Don't worry. Uh-oh. 467. We found this little group of fish, and what's been really weird about our fish lately is you have to be like on the waypoint. It's very, very, very small areas that hold just giant, massive schools of fish. Like that one right there. That's craziness. Chunky chunk. 2.43. Thanks, fish. There's one. It might be big. I think it's big. I think that's big, dude.
Yeah, you got some weight on that sucker.
Uh-huh.
On the side.
Unless I hooked him funny, or it's a drum, it's pretty big.
I doubt there's a drum out here. Not in this spot, man. This ain't drum territory.
Oh!
That's a good one.
That's a good one. That's a dandy one. Thanks, fish. Big, dude.
Oh, wow. That is a fish. I thought it was a rock.
Oh. I think unless I hooked him funny, or he's got it choked and his mouth is stuck wide open. Just worry about yours. Oh!
That was a big one. That was a good one, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one of the things that was really interesting, and I mentioned it earlier, is those fish were pounding it against the bottom. And when those fish would hit it so hard, and you go to set the hook, you'd miss them. They'd actually foul your blade up. And what that means is your back hook would get tangled around your line. So one of the ways that we were preventing this from happening was going with a looser drag. Now, how this was working was by loosening our drag when those fish would pound the bait, and we'd set the hook. Rather than us pull this hook out of the fish's side of his face, all you're doing is driving it into the meat and just using the rod and the light drag to fight these fish back to the boat. If you use a heavy drag when you're fishing a number 6 hook, or when you're fishing a really light hook and those fish aren't getting it in their mouths, especially in cold water when those fish are cold and dense and tough, you need to use a lighter drag because it's going to allow that hook to penetrate, allow that hook to stay, and it won't rip it out of that fish's flesh.
What's really funny, guys, is a lot of times, like I missed a fish 3 or 4 times there. I think the big ones are doing that. Like they're coming up and they're like touching it to see. And then when you just dead stick it, like that's what I was doing when that fish ate it. Oh, my blade's screwed up.
Now, don't get me wrong, we caught a bunch of fish. We probably caught 40, 50 fish off this spot. It was one of those deals where, just like with Josh, you could sit there and catch fish after fish after fish after fish. Every single cast we were doubling up. 3-pounder, 3-pounder, maybe a 4-pounder. But the thing is, in the fall, Dirds and I are looking for giants. We're looking for big ones. We are out there mega hunting. So you don't want to sit there and catch 3-pounders and 3-pounders and 3-pounder yourself to death. So what we made the decision to do is move and look for some of those bigger class fish. So we moved from that inside hump that was a little bit shallower, moved out to the outside hump that had 30 foot of water and a really steep drop from that 25 foot. And that's where we started really keying in. And Dirds kept throwing that blade. And one of the problems with the blade is you can't cover a lot of water, but when you find them, you can catch them.
You would think, yeah.
Just got bit.
Where was your line? Right to the left of the sun?
Yep. Like right where that fish is.
Oh, thanks, bud.
You're right on the line. That's another good one, I think.
Yeah, you called that. Oh, that's a big one, dude. Hit me that net.
What up?
God, dude. It's another chunk. Look at how fat they are.
Yeah, these ones are a little thicker.
Mm-hmm. I mean, a 4-pounder. 3 3/4. Oh, I guess you're right.
What? Do you feel how heavy that thing is?
It's because look at his belly. His mouth is so tiny. Look at his mouth. Look at his mouth. Look at his body. Look at his mouth, body. 1.5 pounder mouth, 3 pounder belly. He's stuffed full, man. I don't think he could eat anymore.
Apparently he thought so.
He thought he could. Thanks, fish. I should be throwing that rig out there. In a school, yes.
That's a good one too. That's heavy. He's not moving yet though. He's just coming at me.
I got you when he's right here.
Up.
Same line too.
Exact same line.
There's one. Oh man, I got wrecked. Dude, I went to. I
I don't know how big it is though. Hold on, it looks good. No, don't worry about it. Take it.
Okay, mine's coming to me. I don't know if mine's big or not. Mine's hooked in the mouth.
Let me know when you're ready.
Mine's big, but he's not like that first one big. Okay, I gotta throw that rig in there. Thanks, fish.
So Dirt's caught that first one. It kind of clued us into where those fish were at. And when you're fishing in the fall, like I already mentioned, you're fishing a massive body of water, enormous body of water, one of the biggest bodies of water in the world. When you catch one, and it's in the fall, and those fish are grouped up, you better sit there, figure out where your cast was, because there's going to be about 50 fish sitting there with it, and there were. Now, Dirds kept hammering those fish on the blade, and he was catching, I think, 5, 6, 7 fish in a row. So I decided to pick up the machine gun, and I call this the machine gun after Mark Zona, but this thing will call fish, it'll draw fish, and it is a giant profile. So when those fish key in on this thing, there's not really a good way for them to miss it. When they go to hit it, they're more than likely going to get one of these baits. Now, this is a 7-wire Frenzy Bait Sniper rig. Now, here in Michigan, if you're allowed to fish the A-rig where you live, figure out your regulations. But here in Michigan, we're allowed to fish 5 hooks. So it's 7 wires. So these top 2 baits have no hooks. They're just on a screw lock. They're just dummies. The reason that I put it on the top 2 is a lot of times these fish are coming up underneath this thing. And when they go to blow through here, these are the least likely baits for those fish to eat. Now, I don't think it matters what style paddle tail swim bait you have on here. These are just 3.75-inch rage swimmers. And one of the keys, however, is using a larger middle bait, because this big middle bait that trails further than all the rest is the one those fish typically get. I'll also typically paint it up, especially if those fish are really keying in on it. I'll take, a chartreuse dye and I'll dye the tail, or else some chartreuse to the head. But having a larger middle bait gives those fish really that key point. It's like, okay, see that big one right there? I'm going to blow through this thing, but I want this middle bait. And this thing flat out catches them.
I don't know if that's going to be on the line or not. Oh, dude, I would love to double up on this rig.
Ooh. Golly, that's heavy. I hope I didn't hook this. No, that's big, dude.
I got you.
I hope I didn't hook this one in the back. It's that same line, dude. I'm sorry I'm taking the bow, but I've got
Big one. Big one, dude. On the rig. Nope, he's not big. He just ate it good. Let me know when you're ready. Dude, I love catching them on a rig. That was so freaking cool.
Wreck it?
Yeah.
Dude, this one. Stay down. Holy shit!
Is it big?
Dude, it's a big black behemoth! Oh!
You're good.
Dude, it's a giant.
You're good. I got you.
I trust you.
Just fight him like he's fight him like he's small. I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Do what you need to do.
Oh! Dude.
It jumped. It's a behemoth.
Oh, dude.
That's a horse.
That's a horse face loose right there.
Oh my god, it's about to come off.
My hands are shaking.
I know, me.
I didn't even catch it and my hands are shaking. I mean, the fact that I got bit on a rig, my hands were already shaking.
Pulled his cheeks a little, but
Good work, dude. I'll get some pictures in a second. Uh-huh.
I saw him jump, man, and I just see a black blob come out of the water.
Oh, good work, dude.
I'm shaking.
Me too. I didn't even get bit and I'm shaking like a leaf. Oh, man. It had to be that rig bite that got me shaking too.
Dude, just a combo of the both.
When these fish eat this bait, it's not like they just come up and go, that looks good. No, these fish rip the rod out of your hand. Man, those fish get mad at it. They smash it, rip the rod out of your hand, and it is a insanely fun way to catch fish. So if you guys have never fished an A-rig, don't hate on it. Go out there, tie it on to your favorite swim bait style rod, throw this thing around, and I promise you it catches fish.
Guys, that is so cool. We found another little line, and these fish are on such small spots. You hear us talking about lines. Basically what that is casting angles or casting spots. Dirge has caught fish on what, 5 of 5?
So yeah, 5 casts in a row on this line. Exact same cast. One was a 4, that one might be pushing 5. A couple of small ones, but it's literally that exact.
Ooh, I'm getting bit.
Exact line.
I don't know if my dummies got hit. Something got hit funny. Big.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, this is big. Or he T-boned it funny.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Dude. Uh-huh. Wow.
Oh my.
Oh, dude, I'm shaking.
I know. I need to retie. I need
to get my rig out of this net. Dude, I hit that fish so hard.
I saw, dude. You about took it into the boat.
7 wire rig, 5 hooks, 2 dummies. That's a good fish. He truck sticked it. Thanks, fish.
Truck sticked it.
He did, dude. He hit it so hard. Dude.
We were so depressed.
We were
all
like,
day.
there was a part of me that was like, maybe we should move. Like, let's just.
And then I hooked that one.
And then you hook that one. That one, when you catch a fish, you need to slow down on that area because there's probably a few with it. And that's the case all day. That's been the case all day.
And another key point is as soon as you hook that fish, look up and figure out where that cast was exactly.
Yeah, we'll probably do a little video breaking this down for you guys here in a minute, but. Oh, wow.
How does it feel to be absolutely shipwrecked on that freaking A-rig, man?
Dude, oh my god. You know what happened on that one? Like, he was playing with it, and I flared the reel handle, and then he played with it again, and I set the hook. When I set the hook, it dropped, and he crushed it. Oh, I'm getting played with right there. Hit it, please.
Dude, synchronized.
Jeez, oh Pete.
Synchronized, look at that.
Oh, mine's bigger now. You ever see Little Rascals where they...
Oh, where they hook...
Yeah, they hook each other? That's what that one felt like.
I thought, dude, that's another one.
You set the hook and I set the hook.
300? Nah, maybe 2.
Thanks, fish. Another key is making casts as fast as you can to a spot. Like, we played around with those first ones, but like, you really want to get back in there as fast as you can. Dude, synchronized hook sets and everything. They hit me like right here.
I know, that was really close, but I had one fooling with me for a bit.
See, guys, our line is like directly left of where that sun's shining in.
Right where I just cast.
Yeah. Oh god, dude. Oh my god.
I missed one. It's right when it comes into that.
I don't know if it's big
Right, you just got him.
or I got him sideways. You focus on you. Oh, I might have multiple. I got him funny. That's big though.
That is.
This is one thing with the rig. You guys got to be careful. don't boat flip them in when they're all hooked funny.
I want to make it 7 in a row.
Like, he was obviously trying to eat that, even though I didn't get a hook in his face. Like, he's definitely coming in there to try and eat that rig. I got like 3 hooks in him. God, dude, that's a 3.5, 4 pounder. Look how big this fish is. That's so crazy. He's so tensed up. He's like, man, all I wanted was a big meal. Third size, another one.
7 in a row.
Good work, dude. That's so cool, dude.
I'm sweating. I'm pumped up.
Me too. That's better than any drug or 5-hour energy you can take.
Well, the 5-hour energy that we just took really helps.
I was feeling depressed, lonely, out of it. Broke off 3 blades in 20 minutes.
2 casts in a row wrapped around the tip right in front of the guide.
Now I'm catching them on a rig, man. Does it get any better?
I don't think so, unless they were like all 5 and 6 pounders, but good Lord, what do you want to ask for at that point?
So that was it. We ended up sitting on that spot, ended up catching 25 or 26 pounds, caught a bunch of fish back to back to back, and I think we drew some of the fish off the area. That's the big problem with this big machine gun right here. When you catch the fish on it, fish tend to follow it, and so I think we drew some of those fish off that spot, but we caught so many there. We probably caught another 15 fish. Just an absolutely epically ridiculous day with my good buddy Durds. Now, one of the things about fishing in the fall, it's not necessarily the most fun time to get on the water. It's kind of cold, kind of chilly, it can be kind of nasty, but if you can get out there, if you can find fish, you can typically catch them and have one of the most amazing days you guys have ever had. So if you guys enjoyed this style of video, I know it's a little bit different, but please do me a huge favor, give it a thumbs up, and let me know in the comment section below. Do you guys like this? Do you not? Do you just want to see me fish? Do you not want to hear me talk? What do you guys want to see in future videos? Because I like all of your suggestions, because it gives me the opportunity to interact with you guys and give you guys the content that you guys want. If you're not already, please do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that notification bell, because it'll let you know when I post more videos just like this one. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Take care, tight lines. God bless. Pursue passion. Bah!